really is just standing there like the standing man emoji. Guys, welcome in! Good morning! Nobody else wants to stream at this ungodly time slot, so I volunteered on behalf of the rest of Twitch. It's very good to have people here. I'm not moving, by the way, as anticipated. Hold on. I am moving now. Let's see what else we can do. I might even be able to show my true form. Boo! Holy shit. Now that is indeed sinister. Where is why is this Chad blocking the other Chad? Come on. Is he? I never know where this PNG tuber is. He's not on top of the food chain enough, so I have to scroll. Hold on, we're getting there. Now we're talking. There we go. Let's catch up with chat. Chat's been talking. It's well, specifically one chatter. One of the usual suspects. Spooky. Hello. Sinister music. And you start brushing your teeth. But then it turned into cool music. Alright? It turned into laid back, cool music. So it was fitting. Or how I may appear intimidating and sinister at first, but after a while, turns out I'm really nice and chill. And these appearances deceive. Yes. Yes, indeed. I'm glad you agree, chatter in chat. Who has been chatting a lot and probably would like not to lose his privilege of chatting. But yeah, I thought it was fitting. Vampire music. I have survived the vampires for so long that I've become the vampire. So it's been a while since I streamed properly. Yesterday was a bit of a tryout to get back into it. I don't even think I was flying at 50% today. I'm gonna try 70% at least. We're moving up. I don't need music from the tube because we got the Sims going on here, and that should suffice. That always has bops and all that stuff happening. I will switch to the game in a moment. Do we have anything to catch up on? Let me think for a second. Right, we got ourselves, I mean, there's a new channel name, but that's not even new anymore. I just do that constantly. So what I said yesterday is that I just like to change things up a little bit. I thought Zacharias sounded a bit formal. Zacharias sounded a bit formal for me. But maybe in half a year, I will feel like it was exactly the sort of name that we need to keep a bit of distance between us. It was a very lofty and powerful name. So maybe now I'm like in my relatable phase, but in half a year, you don't know. It could come back. It could always come back. But I like Broligos. Or maybe it's good. Maybe it's good to not have a Zach name for a change, because people are like, at the same time as that I say Zacharias is a more distant name, it's at the same time that people are going to call me Zach, which sounds more parasocial. Maybe Broligos is a good trade-off. It also has the word bro in it, which is on brand. DeityBro is also like a brand, but I feel like DeityBro is more the title of the show. It's not my name. It's what I am. It's not my name. Broligos can pass for like a name, but also a little bit of the DeityBro thing. So that's the brand. Maybe next time I'll pick Deity Cousin. That's also part of my brand, at least to some degree. I'm trying to wake up inside a little bit with more caffeine today. I swore I wasn't gonna drink too much caffeine for my streams, but today at the first day, you know, we have to make an exception. It's too hard to do that. We'll start next time. But first, the idea is just to get used to the idea. You have to be able to see yourself through. No. Oh yeah, oh yeah, with the caffeine. Yeah. I mean, yeah, with the caffeine. Of course. Otherwise, I'm not going to see myself through. I can see myself through, but it would be a sleeping stream. We haven't had a sleeping stream on this channel since 2022, I think, or 2023 January. It's the last time around. It was around then that I was sleeping. Those were the days, weren't they? The really good days. Do you prefer the camera there or down there? What do you think should we do if I'm using the webcam? I wasn't gonna appear on the webcam. I think I'm always a little bit too animated on a webcam. I move around a lot. I gesture a lot. I figured if I'm gonna save some of my energy, I shouldn't do the webcam. I just look too damn good. You can accept the lower perspective and be humbled. Yeah, you missed out on a couple of updates yesterday. Zach streaming in the morning in my time zone. That's always awesome. I'm actually used to this time slot being completely dead, so I'm a little bit hesitant sometimes. Mentally, I prepare for no one being around, and I'm just gonna record something, so to speak, and then hopefully someone will decide to watch it later. But this comes naturally whenever I put the camera like that. I just want to sit like this. It just feels like a very good cinematic thing, right? It's cinema. It's like one of those iconic shots, like when Canada slides on the bike in Akira. Seriously? When did my voice become... When did I get muted? What's the last thing you heard? What is the last thing you heard? It's good, because I mispronounced something and I sounded fucking dumb. So hopefully you didn't hear that part. Did I slam my foot on the keyboard? Specifically on the keys that mute myself? Okay, but you said indeed. Okay, so I talked about which games. Did you hear me talk about which games? I mentioned The Witcher. It has a similar shot to how I was sitting. Right, so I talked first about Akira having an iconic shot with the motorcycle sliding that's been used a lot in other anime as Akira. Then I said more closely, this was a homage to things like The Witcher, where Geralt sits in the bathtub, but also kind of similar to Devil May Cry. Because Dante, in the beginning of one of the games, he's eating a pizza and he puts like his feet on the desk like this. And this is an homage to those classic games. There's a, like I said, there's a cinematographic precedent to sitting like this. guys. I'm a little bit tired, so I hope that the sleep won't fuck me over. But if halfway through this stream, and by that I mean in 10 minutes or something, I start struggling to finish a sentence, keep in mind there is a himbro tag, so just consider me a dumb fuck. A big, kind of dumb jock, so it's still sexy. I don't wish to sit like that, actually. How am I gonna play the same sitting like that? Why would I do that? That was just me sitting like that temporarily. Add in the booming voice. Why are you such a sussy baka? I'm sorry to hit you with that line. But I was just talking about the cinematography in video games. Yeah, you shouldn't be sussy baka. There's actually something new for you. But first, let's go over the text, because I feel like I'm gonna distract you once I talk about the new sussy baka shit. Also, very glad you guys are here. If nobody shows up, you can imagine how fucking bored I get. I get so bored I need to yell to myself constantly to stay engaged. That's why I yell so much during the video games! Just to wake myself up. If I don't get angry about irrational, stupid little things, I don't stay focused. But now I got you guys, so I can be more chill. You shall be very well behaved, or you will be crushed. Do you know that expression? That's a common expression. You know what they say all the time, right? You will behave or you'll be crushed. That's a common expression in English. Malik can quote Garish Hellscream from WoW saying something like that, if you will. I'm sure Malik will be happy to post it in chat. If not, because he's working, and we shouldn't make him work for me if he's working for, you know, money. But maybe he would post something in chat to prove me right. Like, there's an actual quote that sounds like that. Something Garish Hellscream says about being crushed. It's a very common saying, yeah. Especially, maybe it's like specific to like the part of England where you're from, so some people may not know it. But it was used where I lived in this neighborhood in Leeds, for instance, very common. Garish Hellscream, the Orc War Chief, said something like that, and is that not a mainstream game where they say things that everyone understands? Malik is working for distinguished people that need access to locks for whatever reason. Sometimes Breaking Bad reasons, I guess. But don't question it. It's just a matter of don't ask, don't tell, I think. I always like that. Malik is a rogue in real life. There's actually nothing necessarily criminal about being a locksmith. So I don't know why. It's just a combination of factors that makes it funny when it comes to Malik. Let's see. I'm joking, by the way. I'm joking. See, I'm talking Scottish. That's how you know I'm joking. Does it still say Scottish in my tags? If I'm checking my tags for a second, I cannot read a chat. So shut the fuck up for a second. Oh, actually, you can chat. I will check up later. Mail. Check. Fierce Deity chat. That was already there. Still applies. English. Yeah, that's kind of there. Just, you know, otherwise people think I'm... Otherwise people have no way of knowing what language I'm speaking here. It's incomprehensible. A bully. Oh, I can see it on the screen. You're an outlaw rogue in real life. Lockpick skill auto updates. I figured that, considering you like Sea of Thieves so much, well, you used to play it a lot, at least. I'm not sure if it still applies. You end up hating the games you play sometimes, but Sea of Thieves, right? You can call them pirates, but this game properly identifies them as thieves. So yeah, basically, water rogues. Water type rogues. So I can actually see the chat. I forgot it's on the screen. You can even see the damn fucking rabbi here. Gay. You know what? I'm not gay, but obviously, but I have that tag there for my audience. My audience is gay. I'm very STR8 CM. If that turns you on, then I'm definitely STR8. Very STR8. But no, it's my audience that's gay, not me. I'm not gay. You're gay. Such a love-hate relationship in a book of gaming. Look, I'm just egosexual. Because I'm male, you could say that technically means you're gay, but it just means, you know. Maybe if I'd been something else, what if I'd been like a squid, I might have been into that. I'm not. No. So I'm not gay. I'm just into myself. I'm not gay, I'm just a narcissist. What is this tag here? Spooky, can you see this tag that comes after gay? Can you try and type that in chat? Can you tell me what that is? I don't really know if I know how to pronounce it. Are you a little bit behind? So there's this tag that comes after gay. And I'm not sure if I'm reading it right. Can someone type it in chat? You're not allowed to type it. Malik, can you try and type it? Maybe we're separated by a space. I want to see what it says. I'm really curious. I find it hard to read without the space between it, but the tag cannot have a space. Swanky. Does it say swanky? Swanky cheddar. Something with an F. Well, anyway, that tag exists. And then Swanky Fiesta. Oh, I see. Yeah. It's very hard to read with those letters together. Sorry. I had a moment where I just couldn't write it properly. See, now that's Swanky Fiesta. Someone is trying to get around the fucking bots. You guys are too clever. You guys know me too well. You guys know this stream. I need a new community that will fall, you know, headlong into the traps. Walk into every trap I set up. I think I told this already. I'm not sure if you were here for it, Spooky, but someone came and said they got socks for Christmas, and the bots were on his ass, and he was like, "Why? Why? What did I say? What did I say?" Socks for Christmas, pervert. Disgusting. Who does that? Elongated. Some things are just elongated around here. For instance, trees. Trees are quite elongated. I've got some trees in the yard. Gunnar Gulag. That's what happens and where you get sent when you type stinky feet. And then Himbro, that is what happens when... That's what happens all the time when I speak. And then the last one, it says giant in all caps, because if a giant would speak to you, it would be very loud. And that means it would be so loud that it would press down the shift button on his keyboard automatically when he speaks. That's how it works. He speaks so loudly that if it's text-to-speech, the text-to-speech is like, oh, I have to make this capitals, because capitals are bigger letters. That too. And then I wanted to include that I'm obviously Scottish, but there's no more room for that. I don't know if we should go there. I also don't want Scottish people here. I don't want them. I don't claim them. The fucking bagpipes and shit. You know. I want to be the only Scottish person on this stream. I want to be special. Keep the caps lock on. Yeah, but, you know, it's actually not even necessary to keep the caps lock on as a giant, because you just talk and the shift key just is pressed down automatically. The shift key cannot recover from the sheer volume. It knows how to keep its head down. It's like, oh no! I gotta lay low. You are special. And you are not. Thank you very much. What was it about? You are special? I don't even know what it is about. I am nice, and I'm friendly, and just so special. Right, I see what kind of mood we're in, Spooky. I said I was special? I just say that like I breathe. I don't actually know that I'm saying stuff like that. Alright, you agree with me. It's very dangerous to agree with me 10 seconds later, because I might have changed my mind in the meantime. You don't know. Anything could happen here. My mind just moves so fast. It's the mind of a master himbro. I really said I was special? In what context? It is complimenting you. Yeah, there are ways where you can say someone is special and not respectfully. I didn't say it was special. I'm confused that I said that just so naturally, thoughtlessly. I'm special. I'm a fucking best. That's what it's for me. It's more like a word you use like an interjection, like, or I'm special. Fucking amazing. Oh, it was about the Scottish thing. Oh, I'm special. I like saying it actually. This is it's kind of a chill thing to say. It's an important thing to sometimes. I'm special. I remember now. Sorry, yeah, but you know. Omniscient means that I have a lot of knowledge here, and it sometimes takes a bit to find the right knowledge. To you, just 10 seconds ago, for me, there's all these other realities and timelines I'm keeping track of. That, or like I said, I'm just a fucking himbro. I think that tag applies. At first glance, you might think, oh, this guy is so fucking mighty, intelligent, so witty. Then you watch me play a game, and you realize that was all a facade. A clever ruse. Now, I have a little bit of boring Sims 4 stuff, and you guys are gonna sit through it. I don't give a shit what you want to do, want to watch or don't want to watch. There, my intelligence does just increase by 100 points, which is good. Now it's about 110. Let's go to the game. All right, look at that. Look at me. Guys, before I forget, did you already see that message from Nightbot? Because there are now new messages from Nightbot.